Welcome to the Business Buyer Diaries. My name is Nathan Platter. I'm a full-time employee, and I bought a business. I did everything right, from finding the deal, handling all the due diligence on 63 opportunities, and ultimately bought a profitable gym. And boy, was I in for a big surprise as a new owner. I chronicled everything in real time, including the biggest wins to the stressful nights at 2 a.m. I'm sharing my journey without sugarcoating anything, so you don't make the same mistakes that I did. Here's today's episode. All right, good morning. Well, today's Friday, and I'm heading into the gym. I'm going to not just go in for the weekly manager meeting. I'm going to go in and actually do a workout. I haven't done that in a while, probably long overdue, but I think it would do something both for me as well as for the class participants, the instructor, and whoever else is on site for the day. Last night, I gave my presentation to a group of entrepreneur, like real estate type peoples, and part of they had 3 requirements. One of it was to have a story, another is to have a 20-minute presentation, and then finally to have a pitch at the end where you have something to sell. And I did that, and so it was a good practice run for presenting knowledge, but also giving something practical and that people can do. So I share like how to look up who owns if someone owns an LLC, how to go find out who the owner is. If you want to go look for new business opportunities, here's how to go find people that currently own businesses that might be open to selling, but you can start prospecting without being pushy or sleazy about it and get like an 80% response rate. And so that's incredible. A lot of real estate agents are used to like a 1% response rate, and the method that I shared with them is like an 80% response rate. So yes, please, that's well worth my time. So did that, and then did the pitch at the end for a school community about how to buy a business better than what the banks are telling you, better than what the broker will help you with, better than what the seller will give you, giving you all the ammo you need to do your own due diligence to the degree of like it's a $40,000 value. Once you know how to do it, it's worth 40 grand, and you can pay yourself to do it. You don't have to pay someone else to go do it and hope that they do the right job, but you have the knowledge and the checklist and the punch list to go do it yourself. That's the big thing I'm pushing right now today. In the market, when people are buying a business, we'll just say you're a small-time person buying a business for under $1 million purchase price. And for a lot of people like me, that sounds like a big business, $1 million business. But in the scheme of things, it's pretty small compared to all the businesses that are trading and buying and selling out there. Right now, the cheapest quality of earnings I've found is $20,000. And that's for someone to look at your deal and to give you a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And if you could know how to do that for $100 a month of a membership, get a baby MBA course, and not just for accounting, but also what documents to look for, how to contact vendors, how to look at payroll receipts, how to look at the marketing plan, how to verify ad accounts, how to confirm what the seller's hours that they're contributing sweat equity on. All of those are valuable, and a quality of earnings, the $20,000 and above, that just looks at the accounting. It doesn't even tell you the other things which are vital for the business to succeed in. And so that's the thing that I'm really pitching right now. In the whole business world, I've simplified it to one acronym, FIRE, FIRE. Find, investigate, run, exit. Find, investigate, run, exit. Find, investigate, run, exit. Find, investigate, run, exit. The biggest thing that people are pushing right now is, hey, we'll tell you 20 ways how to find businesses for sale. And they're all the exact same. Look at the white pages. Look at the yellow pages. Buy this list. Buy that list. Buy this phone list. Buy that mailing list. It's all the same thing, just reworded differently. It's nothing novel. And there's nothing organic that you can go do yourself. It's all like, oh, here's how to go do it. By the way, click on my affiliate link and I'll have a VA do it for you and buy the software. And it's garbage. It doesn't give you the sweat equity way to do it. Mine does. And we're at 35 plus ways to go find businesses for sale, which I don't think anyone else has even brought these up, actually. From what I've seen, at least comparing myself to a dozen other people, you got to have different ways to find businesses. There's a lot of books already about how to run a business. how to manage your time, how to run a weekly team meeting, how to hire, how to fire, how to create systems, running a business. There's tons of content out there. I don't need to be another voice in that space. Exiting a business, there's a fair amount of that. How to prepare your business for sale, how to be attractive to buyers, how to get found by private equity or venture capital. There's a fair amount of content out there. There's nothing that I've found, at least, on how to investigate and handle due diligence on your own. And that's where people get screwed the hardest. The best deal is the deal you don't do because you found the fraud, the scam, the sleazy accounting tactics. That's the place where you will make or get broken in your business process. Talk to any person that does like apartments or house flipping or any other business venture, and they'll say you make your money on the buy. You don't make it on the sell. You make it on the investigation, on the due diligence, on the negotiations, and what you settle on for the acquisition. The eye in fire is the most valuable piece. And people historically have looked at the run and the exit side. There's right now a lot of noise in the finding side of things. No one is getting in the trenches, getting dirty, showing people how to investigate, handle due diligence, and get a baby MBA for buying a business specifically. You don't need to know accounting. You don't need to know operations. You don't need to know sales. You don't need to know systems. You need to know all of it. And that's the truth. And you can't learn everything and get analysis paralysis, but you need just enough to get 80% of the investigation done. So anyhow, that's my spiel. That's what I made my pitch on last night. And so far, no one's bought or signed up for it. And that is a punch to the gut. The thing I'm pitching is very valuable, and I'm convinced it's worth at least $40,000. And it's priced incredibly low so I can build the community size. And as of today, 12 hours after the pitch, no one's bought. That's a hard pill to swallow because I know it's there and I feel the pain every day from what I didn't know. So it may be just one of those things like telling someone, hey, eat right, diet, exercise, do stretches so that you can have a healthy 60-year-old body. And you're talking to a bunch of 30-year-olds that won't listen to you until they're 60. And then they have remorse that they didn't take advice from someone that's been there and done that. And so maybe the way I'm angling it isn't correct. Maybe I'm speaking to the wrong audience. Maybe the offer is just too low price that it seems non-valuable. Maybe if I raise the price, it would have a better take rate. I don't know. I'm going to pause there. I'm going to make it a new day. I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm going to do the best I can what I've got in the present. I'm going to work my tail off at my day job. I'm going to engage and take the punches from the staff, whatever they want to do. I'm going to send a message off to corporate saying, hey, I need help. Here's where the business currently is at. Here's the trajectory. I need help. Help me out here. If you help me, I can help you. If not, then we're both going to take a punch on my studio. So that's where we're at right now. I probably have too many activities going on. Every night I'm reflecting if I'm doing the right things, if I'm doing life well. Something that hit me, and then we'll wrap it up here. Final reflection, and then we'll call it good. Every day people make decisions based on the moment. And you try to have the long-term perspective in mind, but usually people make decisions based on the short-term, the next 1 day, 1 week, 1 month time cycle. And that's good because things pop up. However, if you do enough of those consecutively, eventually months, years pass, and the big picture things never happen. Common example is people that are like, oh, I just want to get a little farther in my career. I want to make a little bit more progress in this part of my my work life or my relationship life or whatever. And they wake up and they're in their mid-30s. And now they're still single. They don't have kids. They don't have like this marriage and 2 or 3 kids that they wanted. And now they're 10 years late to the big picture goals that they had. And in the moment, it was, oh, just 1 more week for this big project. one more promotion, one more pay raise, one more networking event, and they miss out on the big picture wins. And that's something that I'm trying to keep myself reminding of. Am I missing the big picture wins? Is my family suffering the long term because I'm investing myself daily in my job, in the gym, in this e-course community that I'm now ramping up? In the moment, it's a good win. In the big picture, am I sacrificing the big personal life wins that I want to have? And that's a non sequitur. It's just something I need to keep top of mind. I don't know the answer. I really don't know. All I can do is just remind myself to keep doing what I'm called to do for today, to make an inch of progress towards the long-term life and home that I want to have. And if I could repeat today, could it be a sustainable life decision? So that's where I'm at. That's where we're going. Let's rock and roll. This has been another episode of the Business Buyer Diaries. Subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. I hope you're realizing that business ownership is no cakewalk. Check the podcast notes for a link to the DIY due diligence program, the complete list of show sponsors, and for media inquiries. Music written and composed by Wes Schrock. I'm your host, Nathan Platter. Join me again on the next one.